This is Our Town, the show that spotlights the community and makes you the star. We are live every Saturday, 3 to 4 p.m. right here on 740 KVOR, streaming KVOR.com. I have a great show today. I have Greg Wellens, who's going to be on later with the COS Rodeo, and I believe super producer Ryan is going to be riding a bull there, so that's worth just going alone. Eric Lalone is here with Empower Training Center. Later in the show, we have Amy Trinidad with Colorado Springs Utilities, and now we have... What is this officer's name here?
Tactical Jack.
Tactical Jack. He's my invited guest co-host, but he's not going to say a word because he's a mannequin. And so he's more for the Our Town TV show on Roku, thanks to Brandon Bishop, that comes every Saturday to film the show. However, we have Jake here. He is the founder of this nonprofit, Shield 616. Very happy to have you on today.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
So, Jake, why did you find the need to found Shield 616?
So our ministry actually goes all the way back to December of 2007 when Colorado Springs saw an active shooter at New Life Church. And we learned that the first responders that got there, they didn't have the protection against that threat that active shooter was using. And so we started doing some research and quickly found that there wasn't a whole lot of the market that was designed for the true street cop, that true first responder that's going to be first at the scene for an active shooter. So what we started doing is we ended up making a business and started getting this gear out to local law enforcement, spread all over the country. But more recently what we did is we founded this nonprofit, Shield 616, because we felt the need of these departments need to get this stuff donated to them. We got to start equipping officers quicker. They need this gear sooner. But what makes us unique, with all the negativity that you're seeing in the media towards law enforcement, we felt that, we got to find a way to start building new healthy relationships between law enforcement and its officers. So what we're doing is we're going around the community and we're seeking out citizens or churches or businesses, foundations, whoever that would be interested in sponsoring a police officer and financially investing in them and donating this kit to them. But what we're also asking them to do is to be a support group for that officer. We want to start building a new healthy relationship between the officers and the community, and so we want them to start getting to know each other. And the officers are really excited about it. The sponsors that have already sponsored, they're going crazy over it. So we're really excited to see community coming together to support each other.
I saw on your Facebook page that a local church sponsored 53 of these vests.
We have 53 vests total that are sponsored. Tomorrow, Sunday, Aletheia Church, they donated 15 of them between the church itself and the congregation. So we're going to be having all 15 of the vests set up in front of the church, and the congregation is going to come and pray over the vests, pray for those officers. And then on Monday morning, we're actually going to start presenting these vests to the officers during their lineups. And all the sponsors that donated those vests are going to be there also, so that they can see their officer, get their gear, but also introduce themselves and let them know, hey, we thank you for what you're doing. We're so grateful for what you guys do, and we wanted to donate this to you and hopefully start that new healthy relationship.
This is wonderful. When I lived in California, my uncle, David Gottlieb, was head of the SWAT team in Vacaville, California. And I remember just hearing horrific stories as a young child. And so when I found out about Shield 616 and what you're doing for the officers, this is gear they do not have. So if they were to arrive, say here at Cumulus Media, and there's a shooter in the building, our doors are locked, but now God forbid, now we're locked in with the shooter, and if a police officer was to arrive in scene with this gear, they could actually come in and try to stop the situation, as opposed to waiting 20 minutes, 30 minutes for a SWAT team to arrive.
Exactly, because what you used to see is you'd wait for a SWAT team that has this good gear, has the big firepower, has the armored vehicles. You would wait for them to get here and handle it. We can't wait. When people are actively being hurt, police officers, the first ones on scene, have to do something. So it's gotten to the point now where that first police officer, he may be going in alone because he has to start pressing that threat, addressing that threat. That's what you saw here in Colorado Springs on Halloween downtown. That's what you saw on Black Friday at Planned Parenthood. That's why a lot of those officers you saw got hurt, because they were trying to get to that threat. They were doing everything they could to try and stop him. And unfortunately, at Black Friday, there's a lot of worst case scenarios built into that one, but that's what they were trying to do. They knew that they had to protect those citizens around that building, in that building, and they were trying to get to him. And so they need to have protection that's, when they're dealing with that situation, that's going to protect them against that rifle threat. You see that rifle as a common weapon used in active gunmen. So we got to make sure that we're equipping our officers to have the right gear to handle that situation.
So what gear do they normally have? And this is gear that the city, the state does not pay for. It's already budget cuts galore. So this is why we're fundraising. And our town is going to sponsor a police officer.
Totally awesome.
I've already started the fundraising efforts. Here at Cumulus Media, we're going to do a wear blue jeans for the blue day, and I'm going to make everybody pay $10, and then it'll go to sponsor an officer, which is $1,000 to get this officer the gear, and then to be able to pray for him and be part of his team.
Yep. Absolutely. And so, yeah, that vest the gear will go to that officer, and, it's our goal to have that officer have a chance to meet you guys, and, thank you for what you guys are doing and for supporting him, and just get to know each other. It might be an officer that works this area. Like you said earlier, if God forbid something ever happened here, he might be the one that will be here. So we're trying to make it personalized. We're trying to, equip the officers that are going to be in this area. And we want them to know, hey, I want to keep an eye on that place, because those guys, they're taking care of me. So,
that's wonderful.
Yep.
That's the morale we need to build. It's not an easy job. I don't want that job. I don't want to go chase bad guys and see the things that are going on. You always see the dark side of the world,
Yep.
and then you go home and you turn on the TV and the media is like, oh, let's bash on them too. It's like, well, you weren't in that situation, but
Exactly.
I won't go on that rant quite yet.
Okay.
But explain the difference of the gear what the police officers or the sheriff departments or any government agency has, and what this is the difference.
Yeah. Okay. So most departments, across the country, they issue, standard soft vests that go underneath the uniform, protects them against most handgun rounds, but it does nothing against a rifle round. And so what we are doing here is giving them something that they can throw on quickly over their uniform. The officer can be carrying this in his trunk or his passenger side seat, and if something's going on where they feel they may need this, they can rapidly put it on. Officers can put this on in about 20 seconds, so it is really quick, and that way they'll have the gear they need, they'll have the protection they need to handle that situation. They're self-sufficient, and we tell them, if they're going to be stuck behind, let's say this table for the next 8 hours, we want them to have everything that they need to accomplish that mission. So.
And yesterday I saw a demonstration our sister station Magic FM had you in to do with a tactical, the dummy here who's sitting next to
Tactical
me.
Jack.
Tactical Jack, I love it. And you have actually built patent pending items in the back. Tell us about that.
Yep. So what we're doing, obviously law enforcement differs from military just enough to where we really can't use military items that are designed for military operations. So what we did is we came up with a couple features on this vest to make us just a little bit thinner when wearing this gear. Obviously, we need to be able to jam ourselves into a small little police car and still be able to potentially be in a pursuit while wearing all this gear. So we want to make sure that we're not big, we're not bulky, we can still move around and be flexible. So what we've done is we have a new system that allows us to carry some gear on our back, and we have quick release features that allows you to release pouches on your back. So now you don't have to carry everything in your front, you can be carrying stuff in your back that you can still access quickly. Yep.
And that also would, if they had a rifle wound, they could clot the blood. I mean, there's a lot of detail. But the best thing would be is to get in touch with you, Jake, and you can come into schools, you can come into churches, nonprofits, anybody who's really looking to help out our local officers who protect us every day. And we want them to go home safe to their families. I mean, being married to a police officer like my aunt, I'd see her every day. And so, you know what she did? She joined the force. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, might as well match it out.
Might as well.
Exactly. So, once again, our town is looking to sponsor a police officer. So what you need to do is go to your website, shield616.org, and donate. It's
Absolutely.
that easy.
It's that easy.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you will pick the officer, and maybe one near Cumulus Media. After you said that about a threat potentially in the building.
Yep. Yeah, and the cool thing is the sponsor, if they donate, if they have an officer in mind or an agency in mind, they can specifically request a certain officer or a certain agency. If they don't know of anyone and they want it to be random, yeah, we'll contact them and try and make it as personalized as possible. So, where do you live in town? Let's try and get you an officer that patrols that area. Or if it's a business, where's your business at in town? we'll try and connect somebody close by that business that, may be responding to that business. So we want to make sure that officer has that gear.
And you even had an email last Sunday from an Aurora police officer saying, I really need this gear. My wife is worried sick, my kids, please, what can I do to get one of these?
Yeah, basically asking us, hey, can you help me find a sponsor up here? We need this gear. And I can't tell you how many officers are, reaching out to us saying, hey, please include me. I need this gear. So it's almost desperation. They know they need it. Departments across the country, they can't afford it. And so we just have such a sense of urgency in getting this gear out as soon as possible, because officers are dealing with threats today. So they need this gear today.
Yes, and the sooner they can get into a building, they've been trained to stop the assault, then that could be your loved one they're saving.
Absolutely. What better gift than give something that could potentially save a life?
Yes, many lives. Jake, thank you for creating this nonprofit. You are truly an our town hero.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you found a problem and you solved it with this. This is incredible. Shield616.org. Please go on and donate. Please hear my heart. I am asking for you to donate to this nonprofit. And if not, you need to help volunteer. Get off the couch. Go and help Jake all summer long. You've got lots of events planned, a lot going on. You can find them on Facebook as well. Shield616. I have here sitting next to me the amazing Eric Lalone, Janet, who I think got Mike Shy, and then who's this?
This is Matthew Lalone. This is my boy.
Matthew, who is here to be he's almost as cool as Tactical Jack.
Almost.
Almost. He's like, I'm a live boy here, Sarada. So tell us about Empower Training Center.
Empower Training Center is a martial arts studio that specializes in self-defense, mixed martial arts, fitness, and this is all done for both kids and adults. So we get the whole gamut there, from defending yourself out on the street to those who want to compete in sport, mixed martial arts, kickboxing, boxing, that competition type stuff, and those who just want to get in shape.
Excellent. I need all of the above. Well, I've just read...
Don't we all?
Before I came into the studio today, I was reading on Facebook that there's been 42 suicides from the youth here in the last year, and so that was very astonishing, and a lot of it is because of the bullying and social media.
A lot of it is the bullying is a very big problem, and bullying is just not limited to kids, but it's limited, but it expands out to adults as well. There's workplace bullying, kids getting bullied at school, and my philosophy on this is if everybody stood up to the bullies, there would be no more bullying. And that's what I'm trying to teach these kids to do, to build up that self-esteem and get it going. The ladies as well, if everybody fought back against domestic violence, there would be no domestic violence. And what we did back in April was we kind of recoined Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's usually in October, but domestic violence doesn't happen just in October. It happens every month of the year. So what we've done with that, so we did free self-defense seminars for the ladies, kids, that type of stuff, and we're expanding that now in that every Saturday to help out the community, we are going to be offering free self-defense classes to both adults and to kids. So on Saturdays from 8 until 8:30, we'll be doing adults. From 8:30 until 9, let the kiddos sleep in a little bit. We're going to be doing free self-defense classes for them as well. And this is just our way, Empower Training Center's way of giving back to the community, because not everybody can afford what we do, but we still have to pay the bills and everything, so we can't just give it away free to everybody. But you know what? There's no reason that we can't do it on the off hours on Saturdays, and make sure that everybody has the opportunity to come in and have the skills to defend themselves against any situation.
That is wonderful. And I really like that this is a free class because it's an intro class. People can get to know you, get to see the location, and then become passionate about protecting themselves.
Exactly.
And so what are tell me again, all the classes that you offer?
We offer classes in self-defense, mixed martial arts, kickboxing, the sport competition aspect of it. So it would include the mixed martial arts, kickboxing, boxing, grappling, just with uniforms, without. There's a lot of different ranges and stuff, but we try to get into everything. Kids, self-defense, and sport competition, so it's kind of a combination class, and that ranges from 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 to 14. And then we have our fitness classes, so those just wanting to get in shape, and we have a lot of people coming in for those, and just it's not only a good stress reliever for hitting on the bags and stuff like that, but they also get to burn some fat and calories with it.
Sounds like a win-win. That's wonderful. Where are you located?
We are located on the corner of Platte and Murray on the northeast corner, right next door to the CSPD Training Academy, in the same plaza as Ruth Holly Library and the Walmart Neighborhood Market.
Perfect. I know exactly where you're at. And you were saying before we started the show that some of the CSPD officers come and train with you.
I have a number of officers. I don't want to name names or anything like that, just because I want to protect any identities they may have or anything. But we have a number of them that come in and do all our self-defense classes and a lot of the fitness classes as well.
Well, you know where I'm going with this. I am the new spokesperson for Shield 616. And I'm thinking with them being neighbors there, that's a great place for us.
And I've already talked to them, and we're definitely going to do some coordination stuff, and we're going to work on sponsoring one of the tactical gears for one of the officers as well. So it's something we'll have to talk about.
I love it.
And stuff.
That's what the show's built for. It's almost a little mini networking session. So for those listening that would like to come out for this free Saturday class, what do they need to do?
They just need to show up. That's all they need to do. Just come in. Let's make sure we call and just kind of make sure that we know you're coming and such. We're not going to deny anyone, but I'd like to get a group of the numbers. This is our first class that we're doing. We wanted to kick it off on your show, Sarada, so that everybody would know about it and everything. So we're not going to deny anyone, but they can give us a call at 719-630-8373. And just give us a heads up that you're going to be coming out for it. Like I said, the adults are going to be from 8 until 8:30. The kids will go from 8:30 until 9. So we can get it out there, and then we'll be covering some of the concepts and such. And I got my little one here. If we want to show you a little bit about what you're going to be going over.
Yeah, so you can explain it, obviously, and then if you wanted to show...
So we'll explain it, and we'll bring Matthew up on this. So the first thing you want to do, if somebody is messing with you, in your face, whatever, is put your hands up. We call this our stop sign. So it's our nonverbal communication with the hands right there. So not only are you telling them, stop, I don't want to be messed with, but the hands are being put up there. Okay? For the kids and the adults, we're going to go to the ATM. So we're going to ask him, we're going to tell him, and we're going to make him. So his hands are up right there, and he's going to ask me, leave me alone.
Leave me alone, please.
So, just please, leave me alone. Hey, I'm asking you right there. If I don't, then he's going to tell me.
I'm telling you, leave me alone.
Once we get past that point, then he's going to end up making me. And we're going to do this by doing what we call take a stab at it, which I'm a big one on acronyms here. Stab is taking their sight, their air, and their balance. So he's going to take my sight just by moving my head. I'm not going to have him move my head because I'm talking into the microphone, but we take it so that he can't see me anymore. He pushes me back to take my balance, and then he's going to hit me in a vulnerable spot just to disrupt my breathing. So if I'm breathing in and out, and then he hits me towards my groin, anything, I all of a sudden just take that kind of hold my breath type thing, and that's just that little instant where he's able to control the situation. And that's what he's doing. He's looking to survive the situation and make sure that he is not becoming a victim. Whether it be bullying, whether it be somebody trying to take what they've got. Okay, luckily we live here in Colorado Springs. That the situation is not as bad as Detroit, where I grew up. Growing up in the schools there, you were fearing for your life as opposed to getting an education. Here, at least the kids get to go out there and do some stuff. But that does not negate the fact that bullying still happens. So they all have to have the skills. Okay, just getting it in there and making sure that they're not a victim. So that's a little bit of the stuff that we'll be going into, as well as getting in there and doing these skills on a repetitious basis. So we don't want to. They're perishable skills. Okay, that's the big thing. It's not anyone who just does a self-defense class and thinks that they've got the end-all, be-all for the rest of their life is dead on wrong. We got to keep going with it.
Building that confidence so that when a situation arises, they're confident, like, hey, I train on this every day.
Well, building the confidence by empowering them,
yes.
Knowing that they can go, hence the name Empower Training Center.
I love it. Fantastic job, by the way. And that was a great radio/TV demo. We make magic happen here in our town. EmpowerTrainingCenter.com. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing. We are going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. 740 KVOR.
that, Sarada. This is Crystal with Curbside. I'm at the Skirted Heifer. Let's go see what kind of burgers these people have. Hi, I'm Crystal.
I'm Kylie.
Kylie, nice to meet you. So, what makes the Skirted Heifer the Skirted Heifer?
Well, it's all about how we fry the cheese. He starts by like grilling the patty, and then once it's ready and it's flipped over on the other side, it's just about done. He throws a handful of Wisconsin cheddar on the top, and he just like puts it on the top, then he throws a pan on it so that he can steam it. And when he takes the thing off and it's all steamed, there's like a crispy disc of like cheese all around the edge. It gives me goosebumps. Oh my god, I love it so much.
So what would you recommend if you were to come up and order something?
So if we're sticking with the whole like cheese ordeal, I would definitely do the number 2 classic. It's a skirt that has red onion, pickles, tomato, lettuce, and heifer sauce on our garlic focaccia bun, which we make in-house just about every single day. It's crazy. It's a very thick bun, but I really, really like it. So that's probably what I would reference you to.
Let's go with it.
Cool.
How long have you guys been here?
So, actually, March 8th was our 2nd birthday, so we are kind of a baby, 2 years old, but we're definitely picking it up. It's been fun.
So you're downtown Colorado Springs off of Tejon and Bijou?
Yeah.
And where else can we find you? Online?
Yeah, we do have a website. It's theskirtedheifer.com, and it has like our whole menu on it, like everything, our no-brainers, shows prices, shows times, and we have an Instagram and we have a Facebook, also Skirted Heifer, and we post a lot. Like we're always posting our burger of the week, which, because we have a photographer who comes in, he takes a picture, I post it up. Yeah, it's fun. You check in on Facebook, you get a free drink. So.
I just saw that outside,
Yeah.
so I'm going to check in immediately.
Cool. Well, the Pueblo Farmer, which is this one, my hands are clean, I swear. It has house-made guacamole and Pueblo chilies on it, which is super awesome. And then we have a nice slice of pepper jack cheese and on a sesame bun. This one is really, it's like a dude favorite, like all the boys love it because it's just a little bit spicy. And then this one, it's got a fried egg on it. And then you lift that up a little bit, you see that there's bacon, cream cheese, and then there's just a little layer of Bloody Mary sauce on the bottom, also on a sesame seed bun. And that's my favorite. Most of the time when people are like, Bloody Mary sauce, that sounds terrifying. I'm like, no, I think it makes the burger a little bit sweeter. Like, it does have horseradish in it, so that's usually what freaks people out, but it's definitely like worth a try.
Thanks again, Sarada. It's back to you in the studio.
Now I have Greg Wellens here from Adventures Out West and the summer series of the COS Rodeo. I can hardly wait, and I do believe our very own intern or our board op here on the, well, you know, he's got his own show, but here on KVOR, he's my producer, is going to be riding a bull.
That's right. We still got to get that waiver signed.
Yeah, Ryan, I've got a pin here, I'll just pass over if you want to go ahead and get it signed. Tell us about the COS Rodeo.
The COS Rodeo, we're excited about it. It's going to be a weekly series, Wednesday nights. It's an off night that we can take advantage of the Norris Penrose Equestrian Event Center down on the southwest side of town. 4:30 to 11, families at the start of the night, stay until the show's over at 11 with a lot of awesome local Western bands, country bands, bluegrass bands playing to the evening. We're going to have extra horses there, so if the guests want to participate in the rodeo, they can do that. All-inclusive show, includes dinner, so campfires, s'mores. It's just going to be a all-inclusive, wonderful evening.
That sounds like a lot of fun. A chuck wagon dinner as well as, now this is not the average rodeo, right?
Well, I hope not.
You've got mutton busting and you've got Segway Races. Tell us more about the rodeo.
Right, Segway barrel racing. I brought those today, so we'll take a look at the Segway barrel racing. We're just trying to come up with different things that the guests can get closer and more involved. You know, it's on the arena floor. They're going to be walking around in the dirt. We made a smaller pen inside the middle, so you know they're right up against the gate. The bull is going to be 6 foot tall at eye level. They're going to smell it, farting, jumping, you know, having a good old time. The campfires, you have the smoke going in the arena. Mutton busting, those are traditional rodeo sports. You can do those at other events as well. The bull riding, the buckle series. We got a sweet Colorado flag buckle that these guys are going to win, and $500 each week. So it's real sport, real rodeo.
Oh, there you go. And it's Wednesday evenings, June 15th, 22nd, 29th, July 6th, and the 27th, and then again August 3rd, 10th, and 17th. And you can register because you can get dinner at cosrodeo.com.
Yeah, cosrodeo.com. You can also just call the office if you don't want to book online. So it's 8 shows. We're doing 4 shows. We're taking 2 weeks off. The Pikes Peak or Bus Rodeo is in the middle there, and another event they're holding at the arena. And then we'll finish the summer off strong for the last 4 shows through August.
And you are benefiting One Nation Walking Together. Tell us about this.
They're a fantastic organization taking care of our Native American brothers and sisters down on the reservations. Poverty is still extreme down there. If you ever want to see what's happening outside, you go down on I-40 through New Mexico, and you're going to see where they're living. And so this organization sends a 50-foot long truck down there every month and up into North Dakota and South Dakota. And so we just want to include them and bring some awareness, try and raise some funds. Our goal is $10,000 or pounds. So come on out, bring your non-perishable goods, whatever you want, toothpaste, diapers, anything. They don't say no. We're also going to have some sticker packets you can buy with a bunch of stickers of the rodeo and One Nation Walking Together, and we're donating half the proceeds for that. We're going to have 3 teepees in the arena. We're going to have some Native American dancers in the arena. Lots going on. Western art posters. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm excited. And you also have a lot of our sister stations DJs riding bulls throughout the whole series.
I think we got a few of them coming out.
Oh my goodness. You'll have to stay tuned for those. And you also have Adventures Out West. Tell us about Adventures Out West.
Yeah, Adventures Out West. We've been doing recreation tours here for 40 years. My parents started the business with hot air balloon rides in 1973. And we've grown the business to include Jeep tours up on Pikes Peak, all over National Forest Service permits in the Pike National Forest. We do tours out at the Garden of the Gods through the Visitors and Nature Center out there, one of our sponsors of the rodeo. Fantastic people at the Garden of the Gods Visitors and Nature Center. We book Segway tours of the park out of the Visitor Center as well. Those are all going every day, all day long, all summer. And we've got the world's greatest natural terrain zipline course in Manitou Springs. So come on out and check that out. We got family night twice a week out there. You will not be disappointed, that's for sure.
Ooh, you can't have a boring summer with Greg here.
I don't think so.
See, we just took all the excuses out. You don't have to sit in front of the TV playing the Xbox, or if that's still
no more
a thing.
Xbox. Get out and enjoy Colorado Springs and all we have to offer.
Beautiful. And Adventures Out West, so if someone wants to take a hot air balloon, didn't you just get off one yesterday when I saw you?
I was. Those early morning sunrise activities. It was beautiful. We saw antelope, we saw geese flying by, we almost landed on a skunk out in the middle of the field. You never know what's going to happen out there. The last thing we know for sure is where we took off.
That's an extreme job here, Greg. We start out with CSPD, now we're talking about flying overhead and seeing skunks you almost land on.
Everybody's got to do something.
Yeah, very cool. I love it. So once again, it is cosrodeo.com. Give the phone number. Lately, that is a lot easier.
Local number, 578-0935. Call the office and you can book direct or online.
Perfect. Yes. And we also have you as our sweet deal of the week. So if anybody would like to go to kbor.com, click on the sweet deal. We have a very limited amount. Extremely VIP. It's a family 4-pack, so you can get 2 kids, 2 adults for $49.
Yep, that's half price. I'm sure they're going to go quick.
Yes. There's only 36 left as of me checking this morning. So
half gone.
Good luck. Well, thank you, Greg, for coming on. Great company that you have here, Adventures Out West. And give the website for that one.
AdventuresOutWest.com.
That's a hard one. I don't know if I'll remember that. So we're out here with COS Rodeo. Greg, he is demonstrating the barrel racing with the Segway that you're going to see at the Norris Penrose Event Center every Wednesday here in Colorado Springs throughout the whole entire summer.